Good evening, I'm Byron Scott with a CTV News update. As summer winds down, so will many outdoor activities. Unfortunately, that's how many of us have been keeping occupied during this pandemic. At the same time, more and more businesses have begun to reopen, so which activities are low risk, which are high risk? Patricia Vallone takes a look at which activities are safer to do.
If you're thinking of heading to the beach or holding a backyard gathering now that things are opening up again, some experts have guidance as to which activities may be safer. NPR recently asked a panel of infectious disease and public health experts to rate the risk of summer and fall activities. Those activities that are low to medium risk: using a public restroom, a backyard gathering with another household that follows social distancing and doesn't share food or drinks, or spending a day at a beach or pool as long as you can avoid crowds. You can also go on vacation with another family or go camping as long as you avoid crowded bathrooms and communal areas. Exercising outdoors, whether walking, biking, or running, is a great way to burn off excess energy. Most experts agree these days that playing golf or tennis is much safer than contact sports such as soccer, football, or basketball. Activities that are medium to high risk include outdoor celebrations such as weddings or graduations with more than 10 guests, eating indoors at a restaurant, or getting a haircut because it's impossible to social distance. And what are those activities that are highest risk? Going to a nightclub or an indoor religious service where singing or dancing are involved. For CTV News, I'm Patricia Vallone.
Most health experts agree that wearing a face mask and social distancing are your best options. Maryland reports 440 new coronavirus cases today. Prince George's continues to have the highest number of confirmed cases at approximately 26,000. The state currently has 432 hospitalizations. More than 3,500 Marylanders have died from the virus, including 10 reported just this morning. Well, the county health department is gearing up for another pop-up COVID-19 testing event. The free testing takes place this Friday from 9 in the morning until 11 in the morning at the Southern Regional Technology and Recreational Complex in Fort Washington. Meantime, the Maryland Department of Health adds another testing day at Six Flags. You can get tested for COVID-19 on Mondays from 4 p.m. until 7 o'clock in the evening. Well, the head of the Food and Drug Administration walks back on his claim that an experimental therapy provides a dramatic benefit to COVID-19 patients. The rare reversal comes after FDA Commissioner Stephen Hahn said that the plasma from survivors could save huge numbers of lives. The comments were made during a press conference with President Trump Sunday night. Hahn reversed himself last night after receiving criticism from health experts, including 2 former FDA commissioners. Scientists say the data does show that a stronger dose of blood plasma is better than a lower dose, and while there are promising signals that it could lead to a real benefit, it has yet to be proven. Well, it was day 2 of the Republican National Convention last night. Among the many speakers, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo addressing the convention and defending the president's policy towards Israel and the Middle East. And First Lady Melania Trump spoke to supporters from the White House and Rose Garden.
As First Lady, I have been fortunate to see the American dream come true over and over again. I have met many inspiring women, children, parents, and families who have overcome life-changing issues that include addiction, homelessness, family members who are ill or have passed away, abuse of all kinds, and many other challenges that would make most people give up. The past 3.5 years have been unforgettable.
The RNC will continue tonight with Vice President Mike Pence scheduled to speak at Fort McHenry in Baltimore. Well, a motorcycle crashes and kills a woman in a busy roadway. It happened around 9 o'clock last night on the 8600 block of Central Avenue near Hampton Park Boulevard. Police say the unidentified woman was hit attempting to cross the street. No word on whether charges are pending in this case. Well, authorities have identified the victim in Monday night's fatal shooting in Langley Park. He is 42-year-old Jose Borjas Flores. He was shot in the 7900 block of 14th Avenue, along with 2 others who survived the incident. Anyone with information on the case is asked to contact police. Well, the county's Human Relations Commission is hosting a virtual event to urge everyone to vote this November. It's called Voting Democracy in Action and will take place on August 31st at 7 p.m. Two speakers, a University of Maryland professor and a Board of Elections member, will discuss the history of voting and how it works. Executive Director Renee Battle Brooks says it's important that her agency educate and engage the community.
Voting is such an important right that I think sometimes we take for granted and we forget the struggle that led us here. And so that, coupled with COVID-19 and how it's, everything is kind of coalescing at once. And so we felt it very important to remind all of us that voting is important.
To register, email hrcstaff@co.pg.md.us. The Human Relations Commission will host another event on voting on October 6th. Well, the workplace sexual harassment controversy still lingers for the Washington football team. The Washington Post is reporting that the team produced a private video of cheerleaders, which included lewd outtakes for former owner Dan Snyder. The Post says the private video was created from clips of the team's official 2008 cheerleader swimsuit calendar shoot. Larry Michael, the team's media vice president at the time, denies those allegations. The team has not responded to the Post article. And some Prince George's teens in the county have had the chance to design mini cars this summer. Keisha Butts reports that this is all thanks to the University of Maryland's School of Engineering.
The University of Maryland's Women in Engineering program distributed more than 700 at-home science kits to Prince George's County students starting 9th grade. The kits were distributed earlier this month through a partnership with the school system as part of its virtual First Steps to Success Summer Bridge program. These students had a chance to build rubber band cars, and they even had a chance to compete in a virtual car race. Women in Engineering's assistant director says this is a way to get girls and students of color interested in STEM careers.
The middle school age is a really important time to start engaging and inspiring students to consider engineering as a profession, because research really says that's where there's that's where there's a decline often in these students seeing themselves as future engineers. And so we wanted to just give them the opportunity to play and be excited and to tinker, which is something that kids are often missing these days, just the really opportunity to tinker.
University of Maryland is also distributing at-home science kits to more than 700 students in Montgomery County. They will use the kits in the fall. This is Keisha Butts with CTV News. Back to you.
The bus service in Prince George's has increased in frequency on its lines and restored service to additional routes in the county. The bus is now picking up passengers every 30 to 40 minutes on routes 13 in West Hydesville, 16 in Greenbelt and New Carrollton, and 36 in Clinton and Brandywine, among others. Route 34 in Suitland now has buses every 15 minutes during peak hours and every 30 minutes off-peak. For the full schedule, for the changes, go to princegeorgescountymd.gov. Well, the Foundation for the Advancement of Music and Education, or FAME, is looking for some young, energetic musicians. The organization, which features a jazz big band, is taking applications now through September 18th, with auditions set for Saturday, September 26th. FAME is for middle and high school students who live or attend schools in Prince George's County. In addition to music instruction, musicians receive academic tutoring, college prep, and career readiness. Laura Tubau, who studies music at the University of Maryland, played sax in the jazz band.
Since joining FAME, I've gotten a lot of help just musically and academically, and that includes being able to go to a trip to the Berklee College of Music for their high school jazz festival, a lot of performance opportunities in the area, and on the academic side, we were offered academic tutoring, so we had tutors come to Miss Tony's and help us with like chemistry and math, and also had a college advisor help us with our applications and applying to scholarships. So it really helped me a lot.
We're going to do some online, but we are going to do the in-person as well. We're going to find a large outdoor facility where we will actually have people 12 feet or more. So we'll have the recording and microphones that will take care of that so we can hear the students. I think it'd be a great experience. The audition experience is one of the best experiences for a lot of musicians. and we will have all the various sanitation requirements taken care of. And we're pretty good at that now. So I don't think it would be a problem at all.
To apply, go to famemusic.org. Fame's partners include UPS, Pepco, and Parks and Planning. Well, the People for Change Coalition is hosting 2 webinars tomorrow aimed at helping small businesses. The first is about getting government contract for small businesses, and that kicks off at 9:30 in the morning. The second has to do with what you need to know to start a nonprofit. That begins at 6:30 tomorrow night. Sandy Pruitt is with People for Change.
Oftentimes, we don't do the extra legwork to, do the paperwork and be prepared. When an opportunity comes around, you want to make certain that you do have all that paperwork and all the designations that you can have for your business in place as well. So we really go down a checklist and talk about what, your mission, what was the purpose, and, what's involved on the financial accounting side. If you do plan to go after any funding, what do you need to start getting in place now?
For more information, go to pfccoalition.org and go to the tabs event. And that wraps up our newscast for tonight. See you tomorrow night. Good night.
For the latest information on COVID-19 in Maryland, visit the State Health Department website. That's health.maryland.gov. Again, health.maryland.gov. Click the link to the COVID-19 information portal. There you'll find all the latest information about coronavirus. You'll find daily updates on cases and fatalities. Answers to questions about testing and the governor's stay-at-home order are available as well. For specific information about Prince George's, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov. That's princegeorgescountymd.gov. The site offers information about local services for residents and businesses. There's a link for COVID-19 relief donations. Also, food pantry locations are listed. And if you have any questions, call the county COVID-19 hotline at 301-883-6627. That's 301-883-6627.
My God.
It's another sad day in America.
Painful to be introduced to George Floyd during his last breath with the cop's knee on his neck. He deserved so much more.
How many black lives have to be taken before something is done?
We are not a threat.
I am shaking as I type.
This has got to stop.
We are sick of it.
We need conviction.
I just want us all to live.
The deaths will not stop until the powers that be are finally held accountable.
Don't look away from the truth until every one of us are free from white supremacy.
The world stands with you.
Criminalizing and killing of black and brown bodies is not new. It's as old as America. It's just getting filmed more.
Do you know what it feels like to be hunted? To have a new hashtag for a dead black person every single day? How does one plan a life if they aren't sure they will have a life to plan?
Tarisha Armstrong, Deborah Dance,
Nina Pop, Stephen Clark, Nia Wilson,
Keisha Mike,
Christopher Dion,
George Floyd. His name was George Floyd. Say his name.
Say his name.
George Floyd. Say his name.
Say their names.
Once again and always, we fight for justice.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Rest in power, beautiful.
Go to blacklivesmatter.com.
Debt. If you get in too deep, members of the NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, can help you put debt in its place.
Credit cards took charge of my financial life. A certified credit counselor helped me get back in control.
Connect with an NFCC certified credit counselor at your local member agency today. We'll help you put debt in its place. Go to nfcc.org/stopdebt or call 877-410-6322.